Hi Sohit, hi Anu, hi Pranay. How are you?
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Okay. Good evening, Sony. All right. Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good evening, Ankit. All right. It's 7:02. Okay. So firstly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the quiz which has been made for the part you have learned up till now. Okay. This is the link of the quiz. So what you can do is you can start with the quiz. Everyone who has joined, we are waiting for a couple of minutes, 3 minutes. Until then, you can finish the quiz. It's only 5 questions, multiple choice questions quiz. You can do it immediately. Okay. Everyone, please complete the quiz. Everyone.
Approval
Okay.
मांग रहा है
Yes, Krishna.
सर अप्रूवल मांग रहा है वो फॉर्म
Okay. You will be approved soon. What everyone can do is right now they can copy this link, and after the session they can do the quiz. Okay. If the approval, you do not get the approval immediately, because the approval is from the internal team of Sunstone. All right, great. So let's start the session. I guess half of the class is here, so we are starting the session now. We have done 4 sessions up till now. Today is the 5th session. So firstly, any doubts in the first 4 sessions? Any doubts in the first 4 sessions up till now? The quiz is based on the first 4 sessions only. Yesterday, what we
No,
did,
sir.
what you understood. Okay, these are the parts, sir. All right. Okay, let's start now. Okay, very quickly, what are the first 3 questions we talk about when we talk about a business model framework? The first 3 questions. What are the first 3 questions we talk about when we discuss business model framework?
What type and what we are
What value do we provide to customers?
and
Value 1.
Who are your customers?
What do we say that? What is the term for that?
Revenue stream.
Nahin, that was
segmentation.
customer segmentation.
Segmentation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And what we charge from our customer
Reven-
is our third question, that is
Revenue.
revenue stream. So today, what we are going to do is we are going to go deeper into revenue models, revenue streams. Okay. In business model canvas, apart from a revenue stream, there was one more thing which was under the same block. What was that? What was that?
सर आपका आवाज थोड़ा स्लो आ रहा है.
I'm saying under business model canvas, in revenue models, there was one more block. There were 9 pointers. We divided them in 3 different parts. Value proposition was one, customer segmentation was one, and revenue streams was one, right? So revenue stream is part of, has one more partner. Who was the partner in that block?
Cost.
Yes, cost structure. So when we talk about any revenue model, we see 2 things. First, how are we serving the customer? What is the cost in our hand? And how are we making profits or money or revenue from that? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So now, why are we studying about a revenue model? So what revenue model does is, it helps businesses earn income. Without income, you cannot sustain. And without your income, you cannot make decisions or make strategies for your business. Right or wrong? Okay. So now, firstly, what do revenue model define is how you are going to earn that money, how you will generate the revenue for the company. And that is what a revenue model does for you. It explains how a business earns income, how the company will sustain for a longer period, because it will earn revenue, it will be sustainable. And it supports decision making and strategy, because at the end of the day, your all the decisions are based on that how can we maximize our profits? Why are businesses done? What is the key function of any business? We discussed it in my first 5 minutes of the session, first session. Why any business is done? Why any business is done? If anyone could answer. So the key purpose of any business is to
It's
generate.
to
Yes.
Profit.
innovate something or provide something innovative in the society.
That is not the key goal.
Yeah.
What is the
Profit.
primary? Yes, Krishna. So primary goal is to make money, right? Shivanshu, why are you building a system or a solution?
Yeah.
Either you are doing a social service or you are creating profit. But when you use the term business, you are not doing social service.
Yeah.
So that is out of the picture. So
Okay.
the primary goal of any business is to earn money, earn revenue,
Okay.
profit maximization, and wealth maximization.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if we talk about, we discussed this as well. Different types of businesses in our first session. We talked about B2B, B2C, D2C, which we are told as subscription models, and on demand. Remember? Anyone who remembers
Yes,
the
sir.
first session? Okay. So, what is a B2B business? Okay. Firstly, tell me, out of the 30 members who are present currently, who hasn't attended the first couple of sessions? Anyone who did not attend the first two sessions?
Actually, I attend the first session, but second one failed to attend.
Okay. Shivanshu, uh, please watch the YouTube link. I will share again with you the playlist.
Yeah.
Okay, Anu, you watched the recording. Okay, so anyone who hasn't attended the first couple of sessions or three sessions, actually, three sessions, please watch them because the whole uh, way forward in the next 8 sessions is based on the first three sessions. Your 11th and 12th session are Q&A sessions and conclusion sessions, while your session 4th to 10th is based on the first three sessions. If you did not understand what we talked about in first three, it is very difficult for you to understand what will happen 4th to 10th. Okay, like yesterday as well, we made a business model canvas, which was from session 3. Today, we are coming back on revenue models, which was described majorly in session 1 and 2. Okay, so yeah, when I asked about B2B sales, so Anu, the answer is not only where the good sales and buy between only retailers. It's not about only retailers. It's about where two businesses work between each other. Okay, I'm working and I have to build something which is for my business. I need help of another business. That is a B2B business. Here we have given an example of Zoho. What is Zoho? What is Zoho? Do anyone know? Does anyone know what Zoho is?
So we can know about traffic of the company.
Okay, and Zoho is basically a CRM model which also gives you your email IDs and everything, where you can it is used by companies to manage all the data from their customers, their leads, their mails, when they have been sent. Okay. What is a CRM application?
Customer relationship management.
Okay. But what does it do?
It's basically manage the customer queries and requirement on it.
Okay. So it does not only manage the customer queries and requirements, but it also manages the customer data, the number of customers, who is handling those customers, who has approached those customers, is there a potential client, the data of the potential client, their numbers, their email IDs, the mails I have sent to them. Okay, all the parts done, pre-sales or post-sales for a customer can be handled by a CRM application. Okay, Zoho is one of them. What it does is it gives you a model where you can pay a fees every month or a year and take it for your company. Okay, you can have a customized email IDs with them. So for example, my company's name is Strategic Execution Consultants. I can connect with Zoho. I can say that, okay, what I want is, I want your CRM application. Please give me license for that. And also, I want to use your email servers where I will be providing, which I will be providing to my employees. Yes, Mansi, very correct. Like HRMS or HRIS softwares, where you maintain the data of your employees of the company. Here, you are maintaining the data of your customers or potential customers or your leads. Okay, that is a CRM application. Right, that is not the point of discussion over here. The discussion is a B2B business. How do they earn revenue? Okay, so a B2B business in today's world can earn revenue. If we talk about a software company, so software as a service, SaaS, okay, licensing. Apart from that, I gave an example in my first session that, okay, I'm building an office and I purchase furniture from you. Yes, B2B businesses that who sell their products to other businesses. So product sales. Okay. These are different revenue models for a B2B business. Now, we will talk about B2C businesses now. What is a B2C business? What is a B2C business?
Subscription
Any,
based, basically.
not only subscription based, B2C. When you go and buy a pen at a shop for yourself, is it a subscription based?
No, sir.
No,
No,
it is not. It is not.
no, right?
Because
So,
here a distributor is involved in between them. Yeah.
yes. So, Mansi, where no mediators are involved, that is D2C. When we talk about B2C, it is your retailers, your e-commerce websites. Okay. Then what is D2C? Like we rightly said, no mediators are involved. A company reaching out directly to
To
a
consumer.
customer. That is your D2C brand. And fourth is on demand. What is on demand service?
When we need those things.
When we need something at an urgent basis is on demand. Yes, Zomato is an example. Okay, now every company has its own different type of revenue models. When I say business type and revenue models, these are just example for those companies, not for business type. Okay. Do not get confused over here that in D2C, sir has written product sales and subscription boxes. So that is only the way how a company might earn money. No. Okay. Now, let's start with this. A D2C brand. I have taken two examples, Boat and Mamaearth. What do both the brands do?
Sir, they both sell their product directly to the customer by their website and app,
Okay. So it's
and
a
also
D2C.
and also presence in marketplaces.
Okay. So, okay, the difference between D2C and B2C. Anu? So in D2C, the company reaches to you directly, or you purchase directly from the company without giving commission to the middle agent. Middle agent is what? Your retailer or your Amazon or your wholesaler. Okay. You do not go through any e-commerce website or a retailer and reach directly to the company. Let's say I want to purchase of a chair. I go directly on the website of IKEA and I purchase a chair from IKEA. Okay, so it is a D2D platform for me. If I go to a retail outlet to purchase the chair of IKEA, it will be a B2C model for me. The model of the business is dependent majorly on the user and the channels business is using. Okay, so now when we talked about D2C, product sales, subscription boxes. Now, when we write product sales, how it works by Boat. Boat is also doing your B2C. How is it doing B2C?
So by launching their product on the websites that are Amazon, Flipkarts, or the other apps.
Right.
No, actually, Amazon, Flipkart are their what I said. They are
Channel
both.
partners.
Yeah, they are channel partners. And if suppose we are buy a boat product via their direct to the boat page, it's a B
Okay.
D2C basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, suppose you are on Instagram scrolling and you see a advertisement. That advertisement takes you to Amazon page. Will it be B2C or D2C?
Basically, it's a B2C.
B2C.
Yeah.
Why?
Because there is,
Because, yes.
yeah, you can.
Why? Because the company will have to pay commission to Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Now, in B2C, there is no commission agent involved. Okay. I want to order my headphones. I'm using Boat. Okay. I go on the website of Boat and order my headphones. That is D2C. Or I want to have a new pair of glasses. I go on the website of Lenskart and I order my glasses. That is D2C. Mansi, the discounts and payment on payment platform, that is a completely different thing. That is a marketing gimmick. That okay, uh, you get a discount coupon while you make a payment. You get a discount coupon on GPay or Paytm or PhonePe. That's a different marketing gimmick. Okay, that is the way how they are encouraging their sales, right? So it's a marketing gimmick. It does not hold a business type. The company, what does it say? When you read those coupon as well, it says that when you go on the website of the company, let's take an example of a boat only, that if you want to redeem a coupon, you need to go on the website of boat and order AirDops or whatever, or earphones, headphones, whatever. Okay. So in that, what they are using is they are using a marketing partner. It does not have anything to do with business type. Business type is where I want to order my headphones. I am ordering from boat. So I am becoming a B2C customer. But when I go on Amazon to order my headphones, I am becoming a B2C partner. Done. B2C client and D2C client. Now, revenue models. So what I have done is I have written different types of revenue models here. It does not have directly a direct involvement with the business type or the companies. It is just how the company has different revenue models. Okay. Let's start from the bottom. The bottom one is surge pricing. How many of you use Ola, Uber, Rapido, or any of these things? Okay. So whoever uses this, when you want to travel somewhere in the peak hours, the peak traffic times, or after hours, which are after 11 p.m., you see an increase in price. That is called as surge pricing. Price based on demand. A revenue model which is based on demand. Yes, Mansi, dynamic pricing. Similarly, if you want to book a flight, okay, you go on Make My Trip or GoIbibo or Ease My Trip, whatever platform you use, you go on that platform and you see that, okay, I want to book a flight for after 3 months. You will get a particular price. As you come sooner to that particular flight, the rate starts to increase. If I want to book a flight to Bombay from Indore tonight, I will have a very high rates, right? Similarly, hotels. If Anuga gave an example, summer flight price. Similarly, in summer vacation time, when you try to book a flight, book a hotel in a tourist place, you get high price on demand. So that is a business type known as on demand, where you get surge pricing, a dynamic pricing based on demand and supply model. Why do we say that if you do not have a very high budget, go to a place in off season? Okay. Second, transaction fees. A fees which is taken as a commission every time the consumer pay on that particular platform. Biggest example, when you order food, okay, whenever you order food, you pay a transaction fee to your Zomato or Swiggy. A delivery amount, platform fee, yes, Mansi, transaction fee and platform fee is same. Transaction, every company do not say it as platform fee. Okay, it's basically the fee which is taken on every transaction. So for example, I make a payment from my credit card and I have to pay, and it's an international transaction, so I have to pay a transaction fee. Okay, or when you try and withdraw money from an ATM after you have reached on the full limit, the 4 or 5 limit, whatever your bank offers, and then when you withdraw money, that bank charges you amount. that is transaction fee. Because you have demand of money, you need money at that particular time, and that's why you are withdrawing it, and you have reached your limit. So the bank is charging you for that. Okay. In all this, the biggest way the bank is an example of on demand. Okay. Next. Next. So in B2B, SaaS and licensing, we talked about SaaS, that okay, I can have cloud-based tools for a company or a software which I purchase. For example, most of the companies use Tally as their accounting software. Is it SaaS or license? Okay, what is different between SaaS and licensing? Difference between SaaS and licensing? Anyone? If anyone could answer. SaaS and licensing. Anyone? Okay, everyone knows what SaaS is.
Software
do
as a
not-
service.
Software as a service, right? So, and what is licensing?
It's a type of permission for something which we are opting someone.
Okay,
Yeah.
a permission to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's understand the difference. SaaS is where you have taken that software, you have purchased it for your particular use. While in license is for
It's
a
one-time
term.
purchase.
SaaS is a one-time purchase, but for a license, you need renewals. Okay, licensing is similar to your subscription model, but in subscription model, the term is lesser period, and you do not get the whole criteria into one. While in licensing, you get the complete product under you for a particular
Well,
time.
licensing will be one-time purchase fee, right?
No, licensing will not be one-time purchase. Okay.
SaaS तो subscription based रहता है क्या?
Licensing is issue when somebody is patenting their product, basically. For
Yes, that okay, I have patented my product. I am giving permission to use my product to particular person. This is
Yeah.
what you are saying.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Yes.
it has a term limit. Okay. Krishna, I will firstly, it is not subscription as a service, it is software as a service, SaaS. Okay. It is software as a service. Now, I will give you a very simple example. Do you guys have a driving license? Okay. What does a driving license give you? Why do you need a driving license?
It gives you a permission or what?
Permission to drive a vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay. Your driving license has a expiry of 15 years. Okay. So what you under the logic, what I'm trying to say is that the government is giving you permission to drive your vehicle on their roads for next 15 years. Understood what a license is? Where someone else is giving you permission to do something for a fixed term period. Similarly, it's like when you lease a house or you lease a property. You lease a property for 30 years or 99 years. Someone else is giving you a permission to do whatever you want to do on this property for next 30 years. Okay. This is what licensing is.
सर तो SaaS का एग्जांपल क्या होगा?
SaaS का एग्जाम्पल ये है कृष्णा की SaaS आप एक प्रोडक्ट खरीद लेते हो, उसको आपको रिन्यू नहीं कराना पड़ता, उसको रिन्यू नहीं करना पड़ता।
तो उसका प्रोडक्ट का एग्जांपल माइक्रोसॉफ्ट 650 हो, मतलब 365 होगा ना?
Yes, Microsoft 365 can also be an example. There are licenses which are for lifetime as well. Okay, I'm making a customized software for my company. Okay, that software is not being used anywhere else. A software is personally made for me and I can use it in my company. That is a software as a service, where a software developer is creating a software for me. Similarly, okay, Microsoft Office operating system do not have an expiry date, but Microsoft Office 365 has an expiry date. When you purchase a laptop, what it's the laptop guy says is lifetime free operating system. Okay, so what you did is you purchased the software for lifetime. Done?
Yes.
Okay, now the confusion between SaaS and subscription. Subscription is where you pay a monthly fee or a 6-monthly fee or a yearly fee, and there is no limited term. This is also a difference between licensing and subscription. In licensing, when you renew, you have a fixed term period that you have to pay until this point. Easier example, if I rent an office, I have to pay a rent every month for 15 years. I have made an agreement of 15 years. That is a license. That I will pay rent every month for next 15 years. But in subscription, I can leave the property anytime. I can say, from tomorrow, I will not pay you, I am leaving. I am not under any contract. While in licensing, you are under a contract. Okay? Understood? Where I am under a contract, it is license. Where I am not under a contract, it is subscription. Okay, so I've given an example of Byju's over here. Let's say a kid wants to study on Byju's. He or she thinks that, okay, the teachers on Byju's are good. I take a monthly subscription. I learn there for a month. Next month, I feel कि नहीं यार, I don't want to study on Byju's. I do not recharge or I do not pay the subscription fee. Okay. That is a subscription model where a user has choice to cancel their subscription anytime. Choose not to pay the business anytime is a subscription model. Okay. Now, freemium. What is freemium? Freemium is something we discussed. What is a freemium? So when a company offers you some free services, free basic services, and charge you for additional services is a freemium model. Example, you are on that platform right now, Zoom. Okay, I'm conducting your class on Zoom. I don't have a premium model. I'm using it on a freemium model. Okay, I don't think any one of you also have a premium model of Zoom. Everyone is using a free model, but you are still attending your session, right? Right? Difference between a premium and freemium model is that when we use free model of Zoom, it has a time limit that the session will expire in 60 minutes. As Sunstone is using a premium model, the session do not expire in 60 minutes. N number of people can join in the session. Okay. Yes, Mansi, correct. Now, subscription boxes. What is a subscription box? What is a subscription box? Okay, tell me this. Which company's internet are you using? Jio, Airtel, VI, majorly? Airtel, Jio, VI, right? Airtel and Jio also give you your Wi-Fi at homes, right? Biggest players right now in market are Airtel and Jio. Hathway is a smaller player. Digiana again a small player. Jio and Airtel right now are your internet providers at your homes as well. The box which they put on in your home is your subscription box. Let me take a very basic example. When you put on a Airtel box, do you deal directly with Airtel company or a middleman? The person installing the box is the employee of Airtel or a middleman?
Sometime middleman or sometime companies employee.
So whenever you have a problem, you call the Airtel guy,
Yeah.
Airtel support.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mansi, middleman is where Airtel do not have their offices.
They hire a third party vendors.
Third party where they
Vendors.
do not have their offices.
Yeah.
Like how Boat says to Amazon that, okay, I do not cater to all the networks or all the pin codes of India. I can cater to these particular pin codes of India. Rest pin codes, please you take care of. Because Amazon, you are delivering everywhere.
They hire a shipping companies like FedEx and Shadow.
FedEx. Yeah, right. Similarly, when you deal directly with a company to build your internet connection at your home, it comes under D2C. But if you talk about middleman, it will come under B2C. And product sales, when you purchase a product directly from a company, is your product sales. Okay. Is this slide clear? Everyone? Any doubts on this slide? Yes. AquaGuard or Kent, they are provided by middlemen. Company India do not install directly. It will become a B2C part type of a thing. Subscription box, Sapna. Okay. Nishita wants me to discuss again a difference between B2C and D2C. Okay. Sapna. Subscription box is your internet box, which is fitted directly by your company, Airtel or Jio. Okay. That is called a subscription box. All right. Nishita, Difference between B2C and D2C is D2C where you deal directly with the company. There is no middle person. I want to purchase a pen. I go to Montex directly to the company, or Reynolds directly to the company. That is D2C. B2C, I want to purchase a pen. I go to the Kirana wala near my home, the retail outlet near my home. That is B2C. Okay, where I can deal directly. Apple company is not D2C actually. Actually, it is using both the models. You can purchase Apple mobiles from Apple stores and also on Amazon or Flipkart. So it uses both the models, B2C and D2C. Now the question is, do companies use multiple business models or revenue business models? Yes, they do. Yes. So Nishita, that is their D2C model. How they go directly to the physical stores. But when a user buys through Amazon, that is their B2C model. Okay. So a lot of companies have multiple business models and multiple revenue models as well. So let's take a case study of Netflix. B2C, individuals who pay for content access. Okay. Now you will say, Ki, sir, we are paying directly to Netflix. Then why B2C? Right? Right now, this is a question. This should be asked, right? That you are paying directly to Netflix or Jio Hotstar or Amazon Prime. So why why I have written B2C subscriber over here instead of D2C subscriber? Is this a question should be asked or not? Anyone, please respond. Okay. So
Sir, could you repeat the question?
the question is, I discussed a lot about B2C and D2C, right? Netflix should be an example of D2C,
Yes, sir.
right? But why have I written B2C subscribers? Any guesses? So, okay. Ankit said, don't know, sir. You only tell. Okay. So, thank you, Ankit, for at least saying something. What we are doing over here is a lot of companies misinterpret themselves as a B2C company where they are actually a D2C company. A lot of companies misinterpret themselves as B2C companies when they are actually a D2C company. Netflix is one of them. Why do they misinterpret themselves as a B2C company? Because they are working globally. They do not have tie-ups with every bank around the globe to take your money. What they have done is they have tied up with PayPal as their middleman. That whatever payment anyone around the globe pays, PayPal collects it, PayPal cuts a commission, and then pays to Netflix. That's why, while Netflix is a D2C for us, for them they are a B2C. Because on every subscription, Netflix pays PayPal. Okay. Now, B2B, how do they do B2B businesses is they purchase movies, they take licenses. Ankit, usually PayPal takes 1.2 to 1.5% per user per transaction. Now, whatever deal they might have internally, we don't know. But what usually PayPal takes is 1.2 to 1.5%. Sometimes, if the per number of users are less, it can go to 2 to 5% as well. But Netflix has so many users, so it must be below 1% only. Okay. Now, B2B business, how Netflix purchases movies, purchases license. Recent movie, this Pushpa 2, it is on Netflix, right? So how come Pushpa 2 is on Netflix and not on Amazon or Jio Hotstar? Probably a lot of movies follow same method. A lot of companies who are working internationally, they are D2C for the consumer, for the user, but they define themselves as B2C. So, Ankit, they did not purchase the movie, they purchased the license. That I
They
am,
basically buy the
yes,
copyrights.
yes.
Yeah.
So, copyright is a form of a license, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yes. So, probable which model? Jio Hotstar follows the same model. Jio Hotstar follows the same model, but they tell themselves in yeah, Jio Hotstar follows the same model, but instead of PayPal, they use Razorpay. This is the difference. They all use different fintech companies. Okay. Now, next case study, Google. This is the case study we have actually already done in our first session. Can someone describe on this? Or can we revise on this? This case study we have already done in our first session. We are just coming back onto this case study because for revenue model, this is one of the best case studies which uses different multiple business types as well.
Basically, Google earns 85% of their revenue by the ads. Everyone knows.
Ads.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they patenting the keywords, particular keywords for search engine.
Yes, that is SEO services.
Yeah, SEO services, system of so the system engineering optimization is very,
Search engine
yeah,
optimization.
search engine optimization.
Okay. So what Shivanshu, it do not patent words. What
Yeah.
it does is it identifies words which matches the best with what we search.
Yeah.
Okay. I run a management consulting firm. I type strategy consulting. In my website, I have used the strategy consulting word a lot. What Google will do is it will optimize the web and show the results of the companies which are using strategy consulting the most. This is how SEO works.
Yeah.
This discussion for another time
Yeah.
because we only have 5-6 minutes left. So let's complete this. Okay. So how 85% of revenue of Google come from either Google ads, which are placed on your Google search engine itself, or YouTube ads. Okay. Google Cloud Services, where You take storage spaces from Google services where you can deploy your platforms. Okay. Android ecosystem. In Play Store, when you have an application and you want to upload it, it takes a fees from you. If you want to do the ask money from the app, if you charge a customer on an application, the Google takes a commission out of it. So what does Google do? Google follows different streams. Google does be a B2B for Google does a B2B system. Google does a B2C system. Google does a D2C system. And Google does do on demand as well. Google uses B2B, B2C. Does it also do D2C? Okay. B2C for whom? B2C for whom? B2B for whom? And subscription for whom?
B2B
So,
for Google
yes.
Cloud Service. So many of
B2B is for cloud services, right?
And it might be a B2C for a cloud services also, because everyone has their data to store in a cloud.
Yes. Your data storage, the 5 GB or 1 TB
Yeah.
extra, what you purchase for personal use is your B2C.
yes, sir.
Okay. Then
And D2C is might be your system. Suppose you are buying a Samsung phone and there is to be provided a extra 1 GB storage in a cloud. It might be a same
uh,
D2C.
nahin, again, in this you are going via Samsung, right? D2C is where you purchase a premium model of YouTube that I don't want to see advertisement.
Yeah,
You pay directly to Google over here.
yeah.
Okay. So this is the D2C model. All right. So what we have covered today is B2B, B2C, D2C, and on-demand models and how they earn revenue, their multiple revenue streams. Now, what I'm doing is I'm sharing the link of quiz again. Please, I guess this quiz will open without permission. Please check it out. Yes, it is opening without permission. Please fill in the quiz. This quiz is based on the 3 sessions, first 3 sessions majorly, and the yesterday session as well. So for who has attended yesterday's session will also be able to answer the questions. Okay. I'm also sharing the feedback form. Please fill that as well. Anything, any confusion in today's session, anything you want to discuss, you want me to add? It is because it still requires permission. Okay. So what you do is everyone, please send it for permission because this is compulsory for your assessment. Everyone has to do the quiz. Also, I have shared the feedback form. whatever feedback you have, you can fill in the forms, or if you want to say something to me directly, you can. Anyone have any suggestions? Any suggestions? All right. Let's end the session. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for attending.